95, where music lives. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, agents for Western Union, and Beacon Insurance.
When you get to a certain age, different things drive you. Like the anticipation of a new adventure, the comfort of having friends who've become family, or just enjoying that journey to the next destination. At Beacon, we've given our 50-plus drivers more value and greater convenience with hassle-free sign-up, flexible payment plans, and free benefits. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com for a quote today. And let us help you keep doing what drives you.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we're back in the room on this Tuesday, January 24th. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and problems. Good morning, Narissa. Narissa, I can't believe you were here for how many weeks and I did not see you one time. Didn't even check in, didn't even pass. Do better than that, all right? Okay. Good morning, Terrence. Mr. Strokes, hope all is well. Mr. Strokes, I have that thing for you so you can collect it. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Shantae. Good morning, Jayla Board. Good morning, Queen Bee Leno. Good morning, Shauna, Town Girl, Lioness, Dakota. Good morning, Marlene. Good morning, inmates. Morning, Jacqueline. How are you? Hope you're behaving yourself. Good morning, Diamond. Good morning, Rita. Shout outs are Don Kujo. Good morning, Giads. Come on into the room, guys. Good morning, Laurel. Happy Tuesday to you guys wherever you are. Good morning, Alfred. I'm seeing some new faces, some new names. Nice of you to join us. Come on in, rock and come in, rock and come in, rock and come in. Just make sure I share. Blah. Bear with me for a second. Let me just make sure I load up enough of these. So yeah, hope everyone had a good night and you're having a good morning. If you're on the job, good morning to you. I need my glasses on my eyes. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah. So we kind of have two situations to dissect this morning because I've got a lot of those, so I have to sometimes double up. Yeah, I have to sometimes double up. Who's here that I have not checked in with? Good morning. Morning, South Corey. What sort of name is that? Corey Guns Modest. Anyways, morning. Morning, Kadena. Morning, Keisha. Morning, Claire. Good morning, Cami. Well, look who's here, Terrence. Good morning, Hermelin. Yeah, it's been a while for real. Hope you're good. Terrence, I just said so. You're not paying attention? We're getting brave, Terrence. You're on the road. Okay, well, make sure you still tune in. All right, Claire says she's on the road. Roseanne, good morning. Good morning, my beautiful people. Hope all is well. No, I'm cold. Listen, stop telling me about it's not cold. Y'all don't know. I don't like feeling cold, and it is cold. So, good morning, Michael Jackai Jackson. Jackai, why are you so miserable? I said good morning to you after 9 this morning. When I was doing my country segment, I said good morning to you. Yeah? I got some radio husbands. I swear they're the worst. By the way, Mr. Jackai Jackson, February 1st is quickly approaching. We're less than today's the 24th. We got like a week. January 29th, 30, 31. Then it's February 1st. I don't need to say more, do I? All right? So instead of you here making confusion for good morning, bear in mind that February 1st is quickly approaching. Okay? All right. Morning, Westell. Morning, Patrina. Madame K. Smith. Good morning. Sonia, you're late, but we up and running same way. Good morning, Rudy. Is it Aisha or Isha? Aisha or Isha? Which one? Vento, good morning. Thanks so much, Sonia. Thandi, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're good. Michael, let's deal with the 1st of February first, and then we'll move on to the 11th or whatever else comes after the 1st. Could we just do one step at a time? We start off with the 1st, and that is when the Aquarius season really kicks in. No disrespect to the January born Aquarians, but February born Aquarians are the real deal, if you know what I mean. Y'all are just like stepchildren of Aquarius. But February is when it really, really starts. Alright? But still loving the house for you guys nevertheless. Alrighty? Sonia, what do you mean by what happening February 1st? When I pin my cash up on February 1st, you're gonna know. It's my birthday. Look at the disrespect this early morning. You know what? Forget you. I say no more. So, this morning we have like two situations to deal with. Good morning, Marcus. And I'd really love for you guys to chime in. I loved yesterday's conversation. The men really, really came forward and gave their piece. So, I would love if we can have some feedback this morning. Morning, Chassie. Good morning, Shavorsky. Where's the yellow top? It's orange. Already a yellow top green. It's orange. February's a whole month. Look into the disrespect. Listen to them. Listen. If it ain't February, it ain't nothing. Forget the rest of the months. February is the real deal. We are the true stars of the zodiac. Aquarius, the water bearers. Without water, you can't live. You need us. Yeah? You need us. Water is life. We are the water bearers. So without water, what are you doing? Anyways, we digress. Can we get back on track? And I'm gonna be like this until February 1st. Y'all by now should know how I get when my birthday is approaching. Y'all know how I get. So we don't have to go down that road. Y'all know how I get. Okay? Right. So we have two situations. So someone here says, and for those of you who have children and you are co-parenting, I'd love for you to give us some feedback on this. What do you think? Is she right, or is she going about it the wrong way? Whatever. For those of you who co-parent, how do you do it? How do you make it work? She says, my baby daddy and I have been broken up for 2 years. We have 3 sons together. And when we broke up, we agreed that when we get into a relationship, out of respect for each other, once the relationship is serious enough and our kids have to be exposed to the other person, we would have a conversation about it. So within the last 6 months, my kids has met 3 of their father's girlfriend. Not 1, not 2, but 3. On my end, I am single, so they have not met any man or male friend. I've tried to have a conversation with him on this because of conversations I've overheard my kids having among themselves after coming from his house. However, he thinks it's funny and never takes it serious. I don't want my boys growing up thinking it's okay to have women on rotation or multiple women at the same time. Any suggestions on how to handle without affecting my children? What say you guys? She does have a point, but my thing is it necessary to introduce your children to everybody that you're dealing with unless it's like serious and you guys had the conversation already? So I'm not sure if you have to revisit it, but according to you, when you tell him about it, he thinks it's funny. So I'm not sure how much you can do or how much more you can influence him to not have your children around every Mary, Jane, Sally, whoever comes around. And I mean, that should go without saying. Why would you expose your children to everybody? Like every girl that you're seeing or you're swapping spit with, you're introducing them to your children. Isn't that a bit much? Can't you do your business privately without involving your children? Because I don't think based on this situation, they live with you full time. So whenever you have them, can't it just be you and your sons chilling? Why you need to introduce them to every woman that you're dealing with? And I mean, at least you guys had the conversation prior to this situation occurring, that when you broke up, you both agreed out of respect for each other that once the relationship is serious enough and the kids have to be exposed to the other person, they would have a conversation about it. But within the last 6 months, they've met 3 of your girlfriends. So what's going on with you? 6 months, 3 different women in 6 months. What speed you on? What you drinking? What you eating? That it's necessary to even introduce your boys to them. Like, I don't get it. And you think it's funny based on certain things you probably the children overheard and they're repeating. You think it's funny when you tell them. What say you? Hold on, let me check out some of the comments. Good morning, Aruna. You keep forgetting. What do I keep forgetting? Hold on. The online listeners. I'm sorry. Good morning, online listeners. Yeah, sometimes I forget. You guys don't check into the room. So when you do, I kind of forget y'all. Y'all sharing the live, by the way? Or y'all just sitting here comfortable and not even sharing? It's a serious one. You know, it's a serious conversation. And it's something that happens a lot of the time. And you have women who would point blank say, I don't want my children to be part of your life where other women are concerned. I don't want other women around my children. It's a bone of contention. I've heard women having that issue, that they don't want their children to be around, whether it's out of concern, genuine concern, or jealousy that the man is moving on, and they don't want no woman around their child, no woman touching their child, yada, yada, yada. The point still remain, it is a serious conversation to have. How do you go about it again, considering you've had the conversation already, and he does not seem to think it's a big deal? Basically, he's like, you know what, whatever, I'll do what I want whenever I have my children. 6 months, 3 different women. Why do you need to introduce them to your sons? They don't live with you full time. So the days when you don't have them, let your little girlfriends come around and do whatever. But why do you need to introduce them? That means you have absolutely no respect for your children, or even for a man, as they say, a man's word is his bond. And if you guys had the conversation prior and you agreed that out of respect for each other, once the relationship is serious enough, so you mean to tell me in the past 6 months all 3 of them were serious? So what happened to them? And I think that's fair enough. I mean, and the same applies to women. Not every dude that comes around you have to expose your children to them. You don't need to introduce them, especially when you're not sure where the relationship is going and it's not a serious relationship. You don't need to introduce your children to every man or every woman that comes around. Someone said, I always say, take your man and woman and keep the children away from these people unless it's a serious relationship. Why bring your children before 3 and 4 boyfriends and girlfriends? You know, that's like passing clouds. Just goes to show he doesn't care or have respect for you or his sons. And I have to agree with that. Respect seems to be the thing that's missing in all of this. Because if you all had the conversation, why are you still doing it? Someone says, woman, what advice do you need? You probably want to vent a bit. Choices have consequences, and as a mother, you have to make them simple. At the same time, you can continue to talk to them. They're very young, I presume, and this could be a learning situation for them. How is she controlling, though? Somebody says, controlling woman. Yes, you're toting feelings because he moved on. Best to stick to your business. How is that controlling? Why would you want your sons or your daughters exposed to every man or woman that comes into your life. Not everybody has good intentions. Sometimes you think they're coming around because out of love, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, they're eyeing your children. So you still have to be careful. You can't just bring any and everybody here. So how is that controlling? It's not like she was the one who came up with this. They both had the conversation. They sat and had a conversation prior to, the relationship going south. And they agreed that out of respect for each other, that they would not expose the children to everybody that comes around unless it's a serious relationship. Then they'll have the conversation with the children. So what feelings, toting feelings for who and what, for all? Listen. 2 years they break up. Who sit down toting feelings for 2 years? Boy, go about your business, eh? The lady is concerned about her children, and she has all right to be. 3 and 4 and 5 women in the past 6 months coming around your children is not a cause for concern. After we had the conversation, nobody toting feelings for he. Toting which feelings for what? Y'all always this. Y'all love flipping this group. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. Nobody's concerned about him. You're concerned about the children. We ain't toting no feelings for he. He's the least of our problem right now. The problem is her children, her sons that are being exposed. Someone says, I don't agree with his decision, but as women would say, he's living his truth. The children will know who he really is. No hypocrisy. You never know. You can't tell about she controlling. Controlling what? She ain't controlling. She's trying to control her children's environment. She ain't concerned. The man could fling his business all over the place if he wanted to. It wasn't about who he's doing and what he's doing. It was about him bringing them around their sons, 3 sons, when they had the conversation. Someone says you can't dictate what the person does, but you can instill values in your children without bad talking their dad. Your children will see lots of negative things. You get to set the tone in your house through your conversations with them about life. What say you? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, you go.
I cannot listen to the program, but I can understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
I think as a man, he's just trying to show his boys how to live a lifestyle. But as a father, right? I think he should watch it from a different aspect. If he had girl children, how would he feel? You understand? If he had girl children, how would he feel? So he got children to be seeing that. But he have boys, so he's trying to show a different name. But as a father, he should be protecting the children and then from this kind of environment. So he should be letting them see. Yes, well, what he's doing is wrong, but you shouldn't be listening to and see this kind of stuff on him. You understand? He's not showing a good deed as a father, in my opinion. He's just showing it as a man. And not the real man, the man, the good man in it.
What's Slaughter saying about?
Yeah. That's my 2 cents.
I got you. Thanks so much. Alrighty. Yeah, the ones that Slaughter sing about. Yeah, so it's like you're trying to show to your sons, hey, I'm some kind of big shot, I'm some kind of galleys, I'm some kind of Jim Screechy kind of man thing. Listen, those are your children. You could do that amongst your little friends, but you'd want to set a better example for your children, for your sons. Someone says instilling morals into your boys are a great start, and please don't question them about him either. Have a convo with their dad. It's not a good thing for children to see any of their parents having so many partners within a short space of time. At least he can have some respect for his boys, seeing that you guys had the conversation already. What Kishan does come on and think for? Yeah, Kishan behavior. So you and the ex done. Let's say he behaving like a raccoon now. Why are you concerned? You intend to build a zoo to put him in? Let the man be. It's athletic season. Distract yourself by getting them kids ready for the season. Kishan a real out of time in here. Oh gosh. I saw one that I really like. Guys, you can chime in. I'm going to jump to the next part of the conversation this morning in a while. Someone says, I think women need to stop trying to grow their sons to be the men they want to meet in their own life. Because we all know what happens then. Most women will walk over them when you turn them into captive and save them. Let them experience whatever they have to. They'll either say, I don't want to be a womanizer like my dad, or I'll be one. Either way, just grow them with good morals. Don't teach them how to have a relationship. Let them go through their own learning process. All right, George. That makes sense. Someone says men will be men, but as women, you set the values and morals with your children. Remember, we make them, but we don't make their mindset. Be open with your children, have conversations with them, play your part, do the best you can as their mother, and let the father be. Teach them how to be loved and to give love. As single mothers, we can only do our best, so focus on the way you want them to grow up. You got this. Another person says, there's a men in the comments for me. I'm sure if the roles were reversed and she introduced them to 3 different men in 6 months, the conversation, and that right there is where we should put the nutmeg award. You know what bothers me sometimes is hypocrisy amongst y'all. Samuel, Terrence, well, Mr. Terrence this morning self, Mary Shaw, who else? Is a hypocrisy. How would y'all feel if the roles are reversed and this woman was bringing several men around your sons? How would you feel? You'd be alright with that, right? Okay. As this person says, I'm sure the roles are reversed and she introduced them to three different men in 6 months, the conversation would have been very different. As a single mother, I don't think it's necessary to introduce my child to anyone that I have been dating for less than a year. This man is teaching his sons that women are disposable and the mother has every right to be concerned. He can have his people, but don't bring them around the children until it's a serious commitment. Ladies, stand your ground. You're not trying to create 3 more versions of this man. Listen, I wish you could have given out awards for best comment. That right there. What Aaron saying there? But the man isn't introducing them. The children just happen to be by him when he's woman. So, John Strokes, don't make me and you have it this morning, eh? Because to begin with, them women ain't just coming over free willy. They're coming over on his invitation. So when he has his children, he have no business to be calling woman to come over to do what? What do you mean them children just happen to be by him? Like them children passing in the road and they just say, hey, look at daddy house, let me go by him? Don't make me and you have it this morning. She ain't want no. Why you always feel that people still want all you when? No, we don't. It's not like y'all had to get anyways. If we wanted y'all, we could have had y'all. So stop with this. She want the man still, and y'all just go out as if since Jesus went on the cross, after him is all you. No. There's no me don't want nothing. Been there, done that. Cross bridge, burn it, everything, and moving on. Y'all always feel somebody wants all you. No. But still want man. If she still wanted the man, they would have been together. She wouldn't be out here after 2 years looking out for her children. Nobody would want you. About one. Anyways, miss, you're doing the right thing. You have all right to be concerned. Stand your ground. Have the conversation with him again. And of course, try to create some boundaries. Let him understand the importance of creating boundaries. And you don't want your children all over the place willy-nilly. The end. We move. Another one that is kind of ticklish. And I'm on the fence with this one. I'm kind of on the fence with this scenario here. This person says, hold on. This person says, but won't tell you. Not shots. Won't tell you what? Someone says, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. This man is mad at me for not cooking when 1, I'm not his girlfriend, but we're just fooling around. And I've been for a year and a half. And 2, I'm not his wife. He feels since we are dating, I should make sure he's straight or at least I'll offer food to him because he works long hours. That's it. That's the post. I mean, I kind of on the fence. It's not like you said, you all have not established what exactly the relationship is. You said y'all are just fooling around. So it's not like that is my man, that is my woman. You know, we just knocking boots kind of, friends with benefits kind of, no commitment on either of us part. But I'm seeing a lot of people saying, you know, okay, you're not wife, so why you need to cook for the man? Now tell me, how do you get to certain positions? If you're employed on a job, right? And there's different stages and levels. How do you get there? Don't you work your way up? So I might get beaten for this, but I honestly don't see it as a problem. Because at the end of the day, you have to eat as well. You still have to eat. You're not going hungry, right? And it's not like you running home every day after work full speed to go put pot on fire. Cooking occasionally and say, hey, I cook, you want some food. I honestly don't see it as a big deal. I honestly don't see it as a big deal because at the end of the day, you still got to eat. It's just food. You eat the next minute you're in the toilet. So, I mean, you don't have to be a wife if you're dealing with somebody to cook some food, offer them some food. Or that's how we doing it now. Me and you not together. So, all the different out there these days, boy. Are we really paying attention and taking notes? So you're not wife, so you're not gonna cook. So how would the man wife you if he's not even sure you can cook? Put ring on your finger and bring you in house and you ain't even boiling water good. An occasional meal. Like I said, you don't have to run home every day and, cook food and put on table, especially if the man ain't making no contribution. There are a lot of y'all that want to live life self and not make any contribution. Hey, y'all want macaroni pie and shrimp on a Monday and lobster tail on a Thursday and all you're buying a piece of meat to bring in the house. We ain't talking about those. Maybe he's making a contribution as well. Good morning.
Morning. I don't find a woman go to school now. I don't think she do exam to get subject. Because I don't understand how she expects to upgrade. If you're going for your license, you have to be a learner. You must be a learner first before you turn a pro.
Like the promotion one time. No, nothing.
Like she does want the man shuddering there when he go home now. Where can wash, clothes can wash, food can cook, pressure. Stress for the man is fall on then. I find smarter to get a woman to sing a remix for you. I find we need a remix on that song there for women. You fall in that bracket. Some last to that baby.
And when it comes to all your food, all it doesn't play in all your belly, yeah? So
I don't understand. Let's cook our food and surprise the man. The man know me, he had to cook every time.
And on top of it, she talking about the food in the wrong. So the man coming out full around on an empty belly. What kind of performance is that? In an empty belly, 2 of us belly making noise?
He jump up, he jump down, he go quiet. When he come out, you don't have no energy. He's a waste man. Cook something strong for the man back. I ain't gonna lie, but that woman come last. She come last. We're gonna do them people walk.
Alright, go on. We're gonna do them people walk. Morning, Christopher. Someone says, what dating they're doing? I ain't sure that she said fooling around. I ain't think fooling around means anything serious. They probably just like, it's fooling around. They meet, they fool around, and then he go he way, she go she way. Someone says only booty calls, or are they living together? If we're living together and I cook, you eat. If I don't cook, well, find your way. Boy, what you do, man, these days? Before, woman used to take pleasure in running home and cook like a meal for all you. These days, woman telling all you real mess of woman out here for, yeah, spoil the game, you know. Boy, I tell you. Men, boy, in the next life I want to be a bird. You're off. All you have it hard, boy. All you can't even get a plate of food, a little soup, nothing for all your back. I cry. You're off. Let me hear what this person's saying. Why is it spinning? Okay, there it goes.
Home girl die twice. Home girl die twice.
So like a sandwich, they get up and make a little toast, a little omelette, nothing. What I have to do with wife? Is either we doing this or not? How do you get to the next level by being... So is it a in a relationship? Well, they need to define and revisit the grounds of this situationship, the rules of engagement. They need to redefine, they need to look again. They need to take another look at the rules of engagement. So she needs, if that's the case, but you don't even have to be in a relationship if the man come in and jump on your chest, at least you had to have something. A little hot cup of tea, nothing like eat before you come. Oh boy, man, having had yes? Nasa. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Arona, what I saying with the man? She says she's not wife, she's not girlfriend, but the man wants food. So at the end of the day, she has to know what she wants. Is either she going to stand and say, you know what, I working for this or not. All right?
So she don't need to cook. I got you. Listen to me on the radio. You're listening to me online. You have a delay. Oh my gosh. 2023, men should get up and cook and clean and do the laundry for themselves. We women are not slaves. We're working for our own money. We pay our own bill. If we ain't married, you're providing financial and I'm not working, then I don't mind doing the housework. But two of us working, then everybody take care of themselves. Boy, you're off out here. So, but then again, some of us want, like I said, want to eat 5 days a week and all and making no contribution to the food bill. Groceries aren't cheap, you know. When is the last time y'all go in the grocery and pick up something? The little bag, this little bag and them is $100. This little thing and them, $150 in this little thing here. So, the question we're supposed to ask as well, let me play devil's advocate as well. Are you providing? Are you making any contribution? Is the man providing? Has he said, hey babes, let's go to the grocery. Let's go make some grocery. Let me stock up your cabinet. Has he had that conversation with you? Or he just expects you to cook and expect food on the table? If that's the case, then you have a solid point. If he ain't making no contribution and y'all already not in a relationship, y'all are just fooling around, then you need to fool around in the pockets and put something on the table. Food ain't fall from the sky. Manna ain't falling from the sky. Rice ain't falling from the sky. Fish not cheap. Ain't falling from the sky. So, y'all are basically in a sexual relationship. Someone says feeding someone does not have to be because of being in a relationship or marriage. It's a character thing. But if you feel like the provision and selfish y'all share is enough, then do you? Good morning. Morning. Hello. Okay, call me back. Person dipped out. Says not everyone brings that energy to the table, and that's okay. The provision and selfish share is enough. I always say a woman treats a man how she's been treated. If she was treating you good, that wouldn't be an issue. So sister, only put out what he's putting in. Don't give no extras. Someone says y'all are not dating, y'all are having sex, aka fooling around. B, other than Piggy, does he support you in any other way financially? 3, maybe he wants more than just every fortnight. Discuss it. D, it is too much to give a man. Is it too much to give a man you're fooling around with piece of food? I swear sometimes y'all forget I have to read these comments alive. I have to keep reading and editing as I go along and taking away the gist of the story. Someone says if you want upgraded treatment, you need to come with an upgraded plan. Y'all just there for making it and spoiling it. Good morning.
Arona, morning.
Oi, morning.
Short and sweet, Arona. Arona, you see the first one, Arona?
Uh-huh.
It is me. I be totally concerned, Arona.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have some people running over these days, Arona. You have to be totally concerned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the second one, that woman died. She died twice. We just dating. We just fooling around, you know. We don't dating. We having like a funny here when I see it.
But the man that want food, you know. Not the woman that want food. The man that want food.
But that way you have fast food place. That way you have fast food place. You can talk there. Yeah, what's up with it?
Yeah, we're good. All right. Someone says if they're not living together, I see no obligation. If he happens to wake up one morning by me, he get if I have. Don't want to feel he getting up in the morning and asking for a cup of tea I'll get up and ask him what you want cocoa tea with roast bacon and smoked herring. But he said don't ask for it. Ah, boy. Mothers, please teach your sons to cook. Mothers, when you're in the kitchen, ensure that your son can turn his hand in the kitchen and prepare himself something to eat. Because this 21st century women said that she's not waking up in the morning and brewing no cocoa tea, no roast bake and smoked herring for anybody. When he leaves, she'll prepare herself something to eat, but whatever he came with, that's how he's gonna leave. So if you don't want gas to take you, or if you don't want belly pain, ensure you can turn your hand, get yourself something to eat. Because it's not looking pretty for a lot of y'all. Someone says, good morning, Aruna. I feel she just can't cook. That could be another thing too, but my girl is saying that she's not about to make no cocoa tea and no roast bacon smoked herring for nobody. And honestly, saying, woman die twice? Listen, man die twice. Mario 2 saying, how may I be of assistance to you? Good morning. They say the motto of man's heart is through food and intercourse. Girlfriend, feed him well and treat the bedroom as your personal club, and no matter what, he is not going anywhere. But it looks as though the woman looking for the man to stay anyways. Ladies say that they were just fooling around. They say that they're just fooling around. Well, I don't have that problem. To me, he cooks, I cook, we cook, whatever. I ain't staying hungry and wait for you to go and then gas taking me too. But if you realize that he's not making any contribution, then that is a different story. But he wants to eat every day and don't want to eat leftovers. He wants fresh food to eat every day without making a contribution, then you gotta go. You can't want to give me a timetable of food. Monday you want pie, Sunday you want pie with all the trimmings, baked chicken, stew pork, callaloo, rice, provision, salad on Sunday. Monday you want soup, corn soup. On Tuesday you come back, you want fried rice or salad and them thing, and then you want to come and give me a timetable for food and you're not making any contribution to said food? You have to be joking. Miss, you need to let the man know, once again, a reminder. Maybe he's getting carried away. Maybe he's developing feelings for you. A gentle reminder that, sir, this is not a relationship. We're just fooling around. I'm under no obligation of any sort to feed you. There's only one thing I am here to do. When that is done, you can go about your business. I'm under no obligation to feed you before you leave or when you arrive or whatever the case might be. I'm under no obligation to give you any snacks because that's not the kind of relationship that we have. We're just fooling around. A gentle reminder to the gentleman. And because y'all, the two of all, you're confusing, because on one hand, you're saying the man mad at you for not cooking. When one, you're not his girlfriend, but we are fooling around and have been for a year. A whole year and a half, all you fooling around, and you can't give the man a piece of food. And two, you're not his wife, and he feels since we are dating. Which one is it? Is that all y'all can be fooling around and dating? Is that you're fooling around and all you're dating? You can't be fooling around and dating because the man says he feels since we are dating, I should make sure he's straight, or at least offer food to him because he works long hours. And you, on the other hand, saying y'all are just fooling around for a year and a half. So, miss, the two of all are confused. You need to go back to the man and determine what exactly is the relationship, where it's at. Is it a relationship? Or is it just having intercourse? Whatever it is. Because y'all don't seem to be on the same page. Y'all are dating according to him, and according to you, y'all fooling around. So when you sort that out, come back to the room, give us an update as to the current status of the relationship, and we'll advise properly. All right? Until then, have a good Tuesday. Dwight, what happened? Come, we're going to say in that car she's trying to finesse another man. Sounds about Runa, she want the man thing every day so the man can't do thing on hungry belly. She fooling around and the man dating. So that is like too confused. That is what Marcus is at to tell all you stay toxic, eh? She fooling around and the man consider them to be dating for over a year and a half. You know much things you could do in a year and a half? A year and a half, no food? I feel she could cook too, you know. Come to think of it. So what you not be eating when the man, how often the man come around? Man work long hours and he coming by you and work and then not even, no sir. The way I like my belly, Cicely Child, come off my page. Goodbye. Guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place for another show. Thank you so much for checking in. And thank you to our friends at Beacon Insurance and Western Union for making today's show possible as well. We'll catch up again tomorrow. Peace.